Welcome to Sport Dolls Week 4. And I'm Dean.
Alex.
Josh off
Josh.
location. Hey, cheers, Alex. Not in Stewartville. I'm actually in Seattle, Washington, off site for the podcast tonight.
Yeah, on venue.
And hi, I'm Owen.
And who are you?
Owen.
I am
Do you have any
Ethan's brother from
connections?
last week.
Yeah, do you have any connections to the previous picker?
Yes, he's actually my brother.
Oh, that's
There
it.
was a resemblance there.
The twin thing. That's
Okay,
it.
well, let's see how the brother did last week.
He did pretty good. Tied everyone else.
I'm just going to jump right ahead because I'm upset with the double review pass interference, which should have given me a Clemson win, which that was ridiculous. That's horrible.
And that would have given you the
tough.
win for the week, too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, outright.
Yeah, of course. And you're the only one that went with Iowa. It's just like they've been terrible. And Michigan State was looking hot and just didn't do anything.
No, I watched that game, and oh my goodness, I watched Iowa's first drive, and I'm like, okay. Then Michigan State didn't do so hot, and I watched Iowa's second drive. I'm like, oh, geez, I am in some trouble. It was a rough week. It was a battle to get five correct picks.
I just want to point out two of them. Ethan and I jumped on the Florida bandwagon, and that worked out really well. And there's an ASU with 3 USCs around it.
Yeah.
Win the game but what was the spread? 3.5
The
points.
spread was like 3.5. That's it.
Yeah. And like if they stopped turning the ball over, they won by 1 point. It was like, oh great, USC won, but
Oh, that was the name of the game. I picked the winners. The spread just bit us in the butt big time.
yep. But thankfully this week there's no outrageous spread like US or like Ohio State or anything.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good week.
Well, let's take a look at this week. Let's start it off. Game number 1 is, let me get to the right sheet here, is tomorrow night, Iowa at Minnesota. The spread is Iowa by 3.
Alex,
first.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna,
Gary.
Yeah, Gary the Cool Cat. Even though it's in Minnesota, Iowa's coming up hot. God, I hope they don't bite me in the butt 3 weeks in a row because I've had them the past 2 weeks and let me down. Third time, Iowa is gonna beat them, but Minnesota by more than 3 points.
Yeah. Again, it's gonna be tough because Iowa looked very, very good. I don't think Minnesota's defense is going to stop them. It's going to be a shootout. I think Minnesota's offense is going to do what they've been doing all season. Putting points on the board. Yeah, it's going to be a high-scoring game, which is unlike, the Big Ten. But I think Minnesota's defense is still the big weak point. They're going to let a lot of points on the board. Iowa's going to win and cover the spread.
Yeah, I think the offense to defense, Iowa's offense is rate 77. Minnesota's defense is 112.
Whoa.
So that's going to be
that's bad.
Coordinator loves seeing that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I like this one. I'm actually I'm going Minnesota with more confidence this time because they don't have there's not a target on them after last year, the undefeated loss. And this is one that they're going to finally pull one out. Minnesota.
Okay.
Now, if you weren't a Minnesota fan, would you go with Minnesota?
All right, Owen.
All right,
lay
keep
it on
going.
us.
I'm gonna have to go with Minnesota here because
Okay.
their defense stepped it up last week. but they weren't playing as great of a team, Illinois.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say play at the bottom of the barrel here.
I was playing pretty good, but I think Minnesota will get revenge from last year.
There we go. Yeah, that
Iowa
would
had
be
one
it'd be a
good
sweet
game.
It'd be a big win.
Okay, moving on.
win. We'll see.
This one cracks me up a bit. Indiana at Michigan State.
hmm Indiana's tough.
All right, Indiana is picked to win by 7 points.
Yes.
Or Indiana has to win by 7 points.
Yeah.
I think Michigan State is going to be really pissed off from just getting throttled in Iowa last week. State to beat Indiana by more than 7 points.
Yeah.
So you're going MSU.
Yep.
That's it's tough because Michigan State obviously has been so good 2 weeks ago against Michigan. Looked phenomenal. Offense was great. Defense was great. And then completely flopped the following week. So it's like, what Michigan State team are you going to get? It's literally seems like a flip of a coin. Indiana's been playing solid through and through. I'm going to go Indiana wins, covers the spread.
I'm a little nervous for this one because, yeah, Indiana's been playing surprisingly good this year. So
consistent with them.
Consistent. So
When I was looking at this, when we think of Indiana, usually it's always their offense. They can score on people, but they can't stop anybody. I was pretty shocked about this. Their offense is ranked 101, and they're undefeated. However,
Wow.
I figured it out. They're number 4 in the country on turnovers, plus minus.
that hurts.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
if
What do we
Michigan State,
say?
go ahead.
I was going to say, how many times have we had a phone call of, man, you win the turnover game, you're more than likely going to give yourself a better chance to win, and they are taking that statement and running with it.
Yeah, my algorithm has Indiana winning by 20, but
Wow.
I'm gonna go with I'm going with Michigan State on this because I just don't see
Ooh.
that turnover. I don't see them staying hot with that.
I'm gonna go Indiana. They've been pretty solid all year, and I
There
think
we
they
go.
can pull it off again and keep that winning record going.
Dang right. The undefeated
That's a good game
record.
to watch right there.
I think so. That's going to be a great game.
Okay. Yeah, next game, Illinois at Rutgers.
And Rutgers is favored.
I was going to
Oh,
say, Rutgers haven't let me down yet this year, and they're favored to win by 5.5, Josh. So,
Oh, goodness.
you know what? Stick with the Rutgers.
Absolutely 100%. You roll with the Rutgers. They helped you out. Big upset week 1.
Yep.
I think every time we picked a Rutgers game, you picked the right side. Illinois looked bad last week. I think Rutgers
Yes.
are going to win. They're going to cover the spread. Go Rutgers.
My algorithm has Rutgers winning by 6, and it's 5.5.
5.5 spread.
Pick the upset.
I am. I'm going Illinois. I'm going Lovey.
Woo!
Lovey's gonna have a little magic. Yeah. Gosh.
It's not in Illinois. At that
No.
point in time, I'd say safer, but
No, I gotta stay with Rutgers.
there you go. Stick with that gut.
This is a tough one, but I'm gonna have to go with the Rutgers here.
Yeah.
All right, clean sweep. Sorry, Ashley. No one likes Illinois. They're not good at college sports, professional sports. Different story. But the Illini, bad.
Well, and the next one, who would ever think we are sitting, what would it be, 5 games in between the two teams, and neither team has a win. We have
Is this-
Penn State at Nebraska, Penn State
Oh, yeah.
by 3.
Oh, yeah.
Penn State by 3 in Omaha. Or in Lincoln, I'm sorry. Go Big Red. Let's go.
I knew it, Alex. I saw the game, and immediately I was like, you know what? I know this is going to be Alex's upset. It's going to be my upset.
Yes.
I think Nebraska, Penn State is just playing horrible. They're not playing well at all. And obviously they're winless. Nebraska's going to feel comfortable playing at home. They know it's a big game. They have playmakers. Go Big Red.
This one again, my algorithm has Penn State by 2. The spread is 3. Penn State's won 4 of the last 6.
We've had a couple rebuilding years.
Yeah, the turnover thing. Penn State 116, Nebraska 88.
They just
Neither
you can't
team
win a
wants it.
game.
I'm going Penn
Midwest
State.
nice right there.
I'm going Penn State.
Oof. Okay.
I'm gonna go Penn State. I just don't have a lot of trust in Nebraska to be able to get it done. So
I don't either. So
Sorry, I don't. You're not wrong.
I'm going with Penn State on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Alex,
move,
I'm going
good
to watch
move.
that game very happily.
Wisconsin
yes.
At the big empty house, Michigan.
Yep. All right. What's the
And
spread on this one, Dad?
The spread is Wisconsin by 2.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, it was because
Wow.
Wisconsin has only played 1 game.
It's true.
Yeah. Michigan, they've had a good season so far. Like a little, Wisconsin, they're gonna be fresh, and overall, I think they're the better team. So I think they're just gonna roll over Michigan.
Yeah, I agree. I was surprised that the spread was so minimal. I think Wisconsin's going to roll Michigan. Doesn't matter. They're an experienced team. They say this quarterback's amazing when he doesn't have COVID. So I put in a lot of faith in Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin's going to win big.
Wisconsin has only won 2 times in Ann Arbor
That's big.
since 1965.
No fans though. So
Serious.
No fans. Yeah, only 2 wins in Ann Arbor since 1965.
they're this much closer to their next win.
However, Michigan leads
That's
the
right.
series 51-16.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have any faith in Michigan at all.
No.
They just I would like to jump ship just to be opposite, but no, I have to go Wisconsin.
That's right. Yeah, it's a no-brainer, I feel.
I gotta go with Wisconsin here. As a Gopher fan
Yeah.
in general, I just can't pick Michigan after they beat Minnesota.
I'm with you on.
See, you're letting the feelings get in the way. But we'll see how it goes.
I'm guessing Wisconsin will get it done.
Oh,
If I was in
gotcha.
Vegas, I would feel pretty safe with this bet and this spread for Wisconsin to win.
Absolutely.
I got trust in their quarterback.
Yep.
Last game that we get to pick in the Big Ten because Ohio State, Maryland isn't playing. Northwestern at Purdue. This really surprises me, the spread. Undefeated Northwestern by
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Here's another game like I'm just scared about. It could go either way because we went into this week 1. It's like Northwestern. It's like, I don't know. I'm not going to watch this game because they suck. And
Yeah.
Northwestern has been surprising. I'm going to go with Northwestern on this one.
They haven't given you a reason not to pick them at all.
Mhm.
And I don't think Purdue is anything to brag about. They're coming off.
They're
They're
all
going to be
right.
fresh. Again, they had their game canceled because of COVID. So they're going to be fresh. They're going to be eager to play. But, yeah, Northwestern's been solid. They're like Indiana. They're just solid so far this
Steady
season.
Eddies, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I'm thinking Northwestern's going to win, and they're going to cover the spread.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Northwestern algorithm has them plus 10. Northwestern's defense 18 in the country versus
Dang.
Purdue's 97.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Northwestern and they cover.
I actually think Northwestern will get it done and cover the spread.
Absolutely.
Brings us to Josh, your pick.
My pick, it was tough. A lot of games postponed, a lot of games canceled due to the old COVID-19. But in the spirit, of being in Washington, Washington is playing Oregon State at Washington. They are heavily favored, 13.5 points. I have no reason in the state. I'm going to go Washington wins and covers the spread.
Oregon State, Washington. I don't know much about either team. I just know
Neither do I.
Denver are really good. So I'm going to go with Washington. They have a cool logo.
They have a great logo.
Yeah, I was looking this up. Washington has owned Oregon State and is killing them on the series. And Washington has won the last 4. Make it 5 with a Washington win and covering the spread.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Washington on this one. I don't know much about each teams for sure, but I just like Washington in general. So
There you go.
We'll go
No,
with
I none of us know anything about Washington or Oregon State's team. I strictly picked that game because I'm in Seattle and in the state of Washington. Figured, why not?
Before we did this, I was like, oh, of course, Josh in Washington. Wonder why he chose this game.
Wonder why you went with Washington. Big Pac-12, but it is my second Pac-12 game in a row. So we'll see. Maybe I'm just a subtle Pac-12 fan.
Well, that brings it to my pick. I picked this for a couple reasons. I wanted a Big 12 game because you never know what you're going to get. TCU at West Virginia by 3, and 4-3 versus 3-3. Oh goodness, this was and then I picked it and I was like, why did I pick this one?
Because it's a hard pick.
I'm going with TCU on this one.
There you go, put him up, Dad. Right there.
Don't need to say anything. Here we go.
There it is.
Okay, say it again, Josh. What's that lady say?
Hey, gotta give him the TCU. You know my pick. I don't know much about him, but for the fact that TCU is gonna give him the eye, let's go TCU Horned Frogs. Woo! Alex, where are you going?
That's my answer. I don't even have to say anything.
Doesn't matter who they're playing. TCU, Alabama, TCU, just to do this.
Owen, how are you going to top that?
Yeah.
I just gotta go TCU.
TCU!
This is a good way to pick up some points, beat us all.
Yeah, I know. I should. Now, can I go back and switch mine? No.
It's in.
Oh, it's booked. Lock it in.
Okay.
Everyone's going, well, this is a toss-away game.
Owen picks this one. What?
This is the game I was going to pick because
Arizona.
USC let me down playing the other Arizona. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Owen. Start us off. Why and who are you going with?
I'm going with USC. Got to give this one to my dad for sure.
Hey, oh.
Got to
Charlie
respect
let me
USC.
down last week by 2 points. Needed 2.5 points.
Needed more.
I'm going to go with USC. Let's give them a second chance.
So it's USC, Arizona.
14 points.
14-point spread? Oh, gosh, no. They let me down last week. They barely came away with a win that should have been not even close. I'm not going to go with them. I'm going to take USC wins, but they're not covering the spread. I'll take Arizona on the spread.
All right.
I'm going to stay with you. Valley of the Sun down in Tucson. It's going to be a shootout, and TCU wins 7 to 10 point win, but not 14. I'm going with 8.
Absolutely. Yeah, they didn't impress me last week.
No, granted it was their first game. They were flat, though. Oh.
Yeah. Very
and
much
then,
so.
Alex, picking this one. Ugh.
Oh. Hey, Boston College against Clemson? That was a scary so.
The Boston College Notre Dame game?
Yeah.
So bad. I didn't even look at the spreadsheet. As soon as I looked at that and went, no way. Why would anyone pick this game? But here we are.
Here we are.
I didn't have many games to choose from.
No. You should have gone.
And then no one got it. So.
I can't remember. There was I think I saw it. It was like Ole Miss. It was an SEC game. It was a pretty decent matchup. But needless to say, here we are.
Yeah, but I mean, Clemson was supposed to beat Boston College by so much. But regardless, I'm going to go with Notre Dame. So
what's
Notre
the spread,
Dame
Alex?
in 14.5.
So not a big spread.
Not really.
I gotta go to Notre Dame. I think Ian Book and the offense will just get it done.
Oh yeah. It's tough because part of me thinks Notre Dame is going to come off. Obviously, they just upset Clemson. An asterisk next to it without Trevor Lawrence. I don't think they win that game without him, or if Trevor Lawrence was playing. But I had a point with this. I think Notre Dame's going to come off, I call it the hangover effect. They're coming off a huge win. They're playing someone who they should blow out of the water. But I don't think they will. I think they're going to win the game. I'm going to take Boston College to upset the spread on this one.
So Notre Dame's going to win, but not beat the
Notre
spread.
Dame's going to win, but they won't cover the spread.
All right,
so
all
my
right,
pick will be
back-to-back
Boston
game.
College. Oh, yeah.
See how it plays out for you, Cotton.
I'm going to be with you, Josh, on this one. I think it's going to be a very tight game, and Notre Dame will mud it out in Boston, but win by less than 7. Definitely not winning by that spread. So I'm going BC.
Trust me, it's gonna be the hangover effect. They're gonna come in slow, expecting to win. They will win, but we know Boston College can play with the best teams and make them nervous. They're not afraid of big games. I think they're gonna show up again with Notre Dame with a huge target on their back, and they're gonna give them their best game.
Yeah, I was looking at here. This is interesting for us in our stats. We have, well, let me pull this up and then we'll break away and but make sure I have it right here.
Mm-hmm. What's that? Oh, geez. Sorry for anyone who is watching this. I'm going to look really close. You're going to get a good look at my forehead. If I take off my hat, you'll probably see some gray hairs. But
Oh my! I can even see it.
you can see your gray hair? Oh, gosh.
I see like 5 of them.
I was trying to be nice, Owen. Come on.
All right. No, pics look good. My hair color doesn't. The hairline, pristine.
I heard
Let me tell
I saw a commercial the other day. There's this thing called Just for Men.
Mm-hmm. I've been trialing the Just for Men touch of gray, obviously. Shows me that I'm experienced but young somehow.
Yes.
So that is where I'm at. I'm going to go gray soon, but the hair will be there.
Okay. Well, there we go. Week 4. Bring it in.
Good luck, Owen. All right. All the way from the West Coast. Sports Dolls on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sports Dolls.
Oh, don't forget.
Woo!